we go. Alpha Note is lost in thought, doubtless ruminating on the implications of your encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. Hello everyone, we're going to continue on in this video. Blessed with the power of the Echo, and driven to put down primals, despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. That's you, Intrigue.
Sorry, the Skype thing popped up over the Discord thing again, which is why I probably used Skype that one time. Anyway, I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city estates for promising candidates, which is how Thancred found Miro.
Ah, the memories! It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god.
I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part.
Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Amaric's invitation.
Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia.
Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Miro. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Alright, so Helldog says Bard in FF11 was a party booster and mob debuffer. Well, Helldog, I want to inform you that that is still the case in Final Fantasy 11 or 14.
Also does damage decently.
Yeah, when they have many of their songs active, they take a damage debuff, so they do a little less damage, but they have a lot of benefits for the party, like restoring TP to TP users, restoring MP to MP users, songs that make people move faster, songs that make their attacks do more but give them a cast bar, songs that remove debuffs from people. They have a lot of benefits.
Yeah, not all of those are really like songs that are played. They're more like minuets you apply to people.
Yeah.
But the best is Foes.
Yeah, Foes Requiem provides a buff that basically increases magic damage on an enemy.
Yeah, it debuffs the enemy and increases magic damage done to it.
So,
which is awesome.
Summoners, healers, and black mages absolutely love that ability. Oh, and ninjas with their Raiton.
Suiton.
And Suiton. And Doton. And Huiton. Or Hyoton. Anyway, here's Vidofnir.
Katon. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard.
My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has been laid low.
Truly, once more immortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You did. You have our deepest thanks.
Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand.
Another revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well.
Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation,
As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream. Yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth, she fought. For justice, she sinned. For redemption, she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's conviction, be it for weal or foe. Such is the folly and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light.
then you accept Sir Emeric's invitation?
Let it be known that I, Vidofner, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people.
We are honored to receive your answer and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Isael. Would that you were here to see it. Oh, that's sad. The bard looks cool, but not for you having to do all those songs. Well, that's the nature of being a bard. Oh, hang on, cutscene's still going on.
You don't have to do them all at once. So.
Cutscene.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men, who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men, whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
The progression of classes in FF14 is you don't want to stick with the base classes. You want to swap to the higher classes.
Yes, at level 30 you get more abilities when you job change, and then all your future abilities are pretty much tied to having job changed.
Yeah.
So
if you remain an archer after level 30, at the first few levels people won't care that much, but as you get higher and higher, people will start not wanting to play with you if you are still your base class.
I mean, it's really up to level 40 that you probably get a, like, kind of pass for having not job change, and that's still a stretch, in my opinion. But, yeah.
So, you slew a handful of primals, chatted with the Emperor of Garlemald, uncovered the truth behind a 1,000-year war, thwarted a megalomaniac archbishop's ambitions, and then rode home on the back of the Father of Dragons. Does that about sum it up? That's Ishtola.
Fortunately, the journey afforded us ample time to brief Thancred on recent events.
Oh yes, Silly is correct. The job zone also gives you stat bonuses, which you want. Right. Let us not keep Sir Emeric waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me, you have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there is no end to our troubles.
We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, I found you as they found me. In time, we will find Eden and Infidia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together.
Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Yeah. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, Hell We're more than willing to assist.
I think, well, I know that I have a level 60 everything, and Miro and Silly are at least close to having a level 60 everything.
The only thing I don't have 60 of is Astro.
You don't have, Miro doesn't do crafting and gathering so much.
Silly's only missing armor. Alright, here's Lucia. This might be voiced. Nope.
Is it?
I just said no.
Oh, sorry. My AC was louder than you. You have returned, and thus at least the fates are kind.
Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Amaric's invitation.
She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them.
Is he otherwise engaged?
Sleeping off a knife to the gut.
What? What happened? Will he live?
The Trojans tell me he will make a full recovery. But had Lord Edward and Lord Otriel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would have not been fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the felling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We burned dows in the fires, but for everyone we put out, it seems like two more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. It is plain these fires were started by the assassins' conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it.
Dreams of the Lost complete. Alright. Lucia. Against the dying of the light.
The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified.
Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern.
If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and the foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Myself, Lord and Mistress Estrella, would have you take charge of the investigation and foundation.
As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well.
Me and Miro and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us?
Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady.
Albert, the name's Hilda, Scione, and I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these little illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all.
While we could be sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not.
The infamous Lord Emelian, the full-time lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard.
It's just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Miro.
He'll be at the cruiser most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go on and see him.
Grizzled, I will accept, but old? Thancred's past his prime. Oh, you didn't recognize Thancred? Yeah, we just got him back. I really like his new model as well. It's so much better than his old one.
I'm suddenly shipping Thancred and Hilda. But I also ship Thancred and, yeah, this name.
Minfilia?
No.
Kryl?
No.
Yarrow?
Yugiri.
Yugiri. Thancred and Yugiri? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, remember their scenes together? They're cute.
Yeah, they fight well together. Alright, so we got Thancred here. I'll voice him. Someone once said that gentleman is rather than does, and in Lord Emenelin, I sense we have living proof. Hilda?
Well, go on then, talk to the daft sod.
And Honoroi. That's you, Piamet.
God damn it, I thought so. Oh, Mistress Princess, I fear Lord Emmeline is one more strayed from the path. As so often has been the case, his renewed enthusiasm for martial training gave way to frustration and disinterest at the first sign of difficulty.
Yeah, Stormblood looks really awesome. I'm really excited for it. I've already got my pre-order in. I got a week off to play it. I'm excited. Well, well, if it isn't Miro, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old girl?
Old.
Ah, yes, the Arsons. Dreadful business that. Why, and awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, and in case you're wondering why the Hoplon is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Aymerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old girl. I will have you know my heart yearns for one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remaining convinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not exactly what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon, Miro, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda?
You know, I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes.
Tancred's like, I wouldn't mind shivering in my small clothes with you, Hilda.
That's what she wants.
That's probably what she's gonna do to him.
Yeah, she's like, I'll protect you, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you're financially able to afford it. Don't rush into something if you can't afford it. That'll put you in a bad situation, and I don't want that.
Rushing with finances is the best way to handle them.
I don't know about that. All right, silly. You get to be the first Vault Priest.
Come, my brothers and sisters. There is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica.
Alone's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Aymeric and the Devonians.
Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, miss? So, the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps.
Well, Helldog, for FF11 it'll be a lot easier, because if you just get it on Steam, you get all the expansions with it anyway. And you can get it on sale, so... Silly and I got it for like 15, 20 bucks, something. Maybe even cheaper than that. Alright, we can talk to Mealy. This is for payment.
There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. And it was so hot, I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all.
Yeah, you need a PC to play FF11 now, Shadow. They've ended PS2 and Xbox support. Unruffled refugee. Is this the lady? This is the lady.
Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I don't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. She's
FF11.
quite unruffled.
Indeed. FF11 can only be gotten on the PC now. You can't get it on PS2 or Xbox. Final Fantasy XIV you can get on PS4, Steam, or just standalone for your PC. Which is how I play it. I don't have mine connected to Steam. Yeah. So you can get it on Steam for your for Final Fantasy 11, and it gives you all expansions and such for. What the hell is this guy? Is he down below? Okay, he is down below. Can I jump?
Yes, you press spacebar.
Indeed. Oh, I can jump down. Awesome. Here's Hilda.
Finished then.
Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than a muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we were to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymond's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For our mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthless, efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphanode will doubtless have an opinion. Of course Alphanode will have an opinion. Alphanode always has an
It's
opinion.
like Alphanode always has an opinion.
If Alphanode can speak, he has an opinion on it.
And he can always speak.
That is true.
They should give him the Deadpool treatment.
Silencing the merc with the mouth.
So his mouth shut. Just permanently.
Well, maybe they'll kill Alphanode in Stormblood.
I doubt it. Though I would much rather go around with Alice.
I feel like they're more likely to kill Alice than Alphanode.
Ugh, of course they are.
Just because Alice is not used often.
And other reasons.
Oh, there's Alphanode. He's over there, where Hilda normally stands. Look, Alphanode caught someone. Let's talk to him. Let's see what's going on here. What time is it on my recording? I'll just end this recording here.